Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. This video, we're going to be going over Thursday, September 9th MLB games. We have 8 of them. Some of them are super important in the playoff race. Some of them not so much, but we're going to go over all of them at least a little bit quickly. Starting a little bit later today. It's Friday, day off for me, and I slept in a little bit. So we're going to jump right into it. But before we do, go down there, smash that like button for me. And join the community, subscribe to the channel. We do these daily footballs kicking off. That kicked off last night. That was exciting. And all that fun stuff. Playoff baseball, hockey season starting. We're going to be making content all year long, so make sure you're along for the ride. First game of the night, we have the Cardinals 2, Dodgers 1. This was a big game because, the Dodgers fall a little bit further back from the Giants. And believe it or not, the Giants, for the first time all season long, are favored in Vegas odds to win the division, even though they've been in the lead all season long. This is the first time they've actually been above 50% favored. And again, the Cardinals, they're in the playoff race, and they pick up 2 big wins against the Dodgers this week, showing that they have a shot. So we're going to be keeping an eye on them, and they find a close win here, picking up 1 early run, and the Dodgers answer back in the 3rd themselves. O'Neill hits a 25th home run of the season, coming in that 5th inning, giving them a 2-1 lead, and the bullpen does the rest. Alex Reyes is going to get the win. He comes in for 2 innings of relief. They're kind of using him differently ever since the blown save he's been going over lately. Woodford goes 4, 1 and run, 3 Ks. He's not going to get a win because only 4 innings. On the other side, Gonsolin, 3, 1 and run, 3 Ks, still keeping him on short leashes, 55 pitches, 3 innings. The bullpen does the rest. Dodgers kind of missing that all-stars 4th and 5th starters, but the top 3 seem to be doing just fine for them. Athletics 3, White Sox 1, and even though the Athletics, they've fallen fairly bit outside the wildcard race, they are in it. And Sean Manea is making sure that they stay in the conversation. They got out 1-0 in that 2nd inning before the White Sox tied it up. Honestly, there's no home runs again in this game. Just generations. We got Robert and Abreu having multi-hit nights. On the A side, Marte had a multi-hit night, but really not a lot of offense going and not a lot of hits being strung together by either of these teams. Oakland answers the tie game in the bottom of the 3rd. 2 runs of their own, and Sean Manea does the rest. No runs scored the rest of the game. Manea goes 7, 1 and run, 9 Ks, and we see Romo and Chaffin come in for the close. Lopez goes 5, 1 earned run, and a couple of strikeouts, but he's going to get charged with the loss off an unearned run. Unfortunate for him. He goes 90 pitches, but a good outing for both guys. Got to give them a little bit of credit there. Indians 4, Twins 1. So when I talk about games that don't mean a whole lot, this is one of them. Indians still 500. Basically been right in the middle for a little while now, 69-69. The record that the Mets had a few days ago, pretty funny. But we have the Twins get out early to a lead in that 2nd inning. Miguel Sano hits his 26th home run of the season. But then the home run ball starts coming in for the Indians. Fernando Reyes hits his 28th, a 2-run shot in the 3rd. They take a lead there. Mercado hits his 4th in the 4th, and Jose Ramirez hits one in the 7th. So all the runs in this game coming off the long ball. Quantrill goes 7.21 earned runs and 5 strikeouts. Quantrill has been one of the best pitchers in the MLB over the past 2 months. A lot of credit has to go to him. Albert's on the other side goes 4, 3 earned runs and a couple of strikeouts, giving up 2 home runs, and he's going to get charged with the loss. Miami 3, Mets 2, and the Mets are now below 500 yet again, and I think it's pretty safe to say their playoff chances are all but out. In this one, they got out to an early lead. Javier Baez had a multi-hit home run night, 29th of the season. He had a solo shot coming in that 3rd inning that gave the Mets at the time a 2-0 lead. And the bullpen, and that gets blown for the Mets. They gave up 1 run in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and then Chisholm Jr., Jazz Chisholm Jr. hits his 15th in that 8th inning, which gives them a 1-run lead. And they're going to close it out from there. Floro gets his 9th save of the season. Stroman goes 6.1, giving up 1 earned run, 7 Ks. Again, not enough. And look at it. Brad Hand's in there blowing the save. Everywhere he goes, he's just blowing games. Luzardo goes 5.2, 2 earned runs, and 8 Ks in the no decision. Royals 6, Orioles 0. Kansas City got it 1-0 early off Nick Lopez's second home run of the season. He had a monster night, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. And game stays 1-0 all the way until the 8th, when we see Kansas City generate 3 runs of their own, and then in the 9th, Dozier. It's a 2-run shot that gives them the full 6-0 lead. 3 hits for Baltimore is all they get. John Means goes 7 2-earned runs and 5 Ks. Great outing for him, but again, he leaves the game down 1-0. His team doesn't score, so he's going to get charged with the loss. Hernandez on the other side, been monster. 6 innings pitched, no earned runs, only 1 K, but he's now 6-1 on the season, 329. I think if Kansas City could have had this guy from the start, it could have been a different story for their season, because their rotation was such a big problem throughout the year. Rockies 4, Phillies 3, and the Phillies are missing these chances. Every time I'm talking about the Phillies, I'm talking about them missing chances to win games they need to be in this race. I think the more this happens, the more their season's coming to an end. They're 2 games above 500. We'll get to the other team they're chasing in a second. They did get out early. Harper hits his 30th of the season. They're at 1-0. But then we see Colorado answer back. They put up 1 run in the 4th. And we're going tied into the 6th, where we see Philly, okay, they're going to take a lead 2-1. And we're going into the 9th inning, Philly up 2-1, where we kind of get to the situation where they've struggled for years and years, and their bullpen just can't hold the game. We see Mahomes come in and hits 22nd home run of the season off of Kennedy, a 2-run shot, which gives them the lead. And then Hilliard, right after, hits his 10th. So back-to-back home runs for them, giving them a 2-run lead. Philly does get a run back, but it's not enough, and they fall short. Senzatella goes 6 2-earned runs, 3 Ks, and Suarez goes 6 1-earned runs, 6 Ks. Both these guys clutch, but Kennedy can't get him out, can't secure the win, and the Phillies lose 1 they need to win. Blue Jays 6, Yankees 4, and this is the tale of 2 teams heading in different directions right now. Blue Jays winning 8 in a row, Yankees losing 6 in a row. This game started off with a leadoff home run off Bo Bichette. He had a monster night, 3 hit, 2 RBIs, and he got them to a 1-0 lead. They added 1 more in the 5th to take a 2-0 lead off the bat of Randall Grichuk, his 22nd of the season. But then we see, coming in the 6th inning, Rizzo. He comes up, hits a 2-run bomb, ties the game. It's exactly what the Yankees need. They need to steal 1 and not get swept in this 4-game set. Unfortunately, that doesn't do it. Jays generate 1 run in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and then we see Andrew Heaney come in for the 9th to try to keep it close, I guess. But he gives up a home run to Guerrero Jr., his 42nd of the season, and then the Jays also generate another run, so they're up 6-2. And we see back-to-back home runs with Gary Sanchez, his 21st, and Voit, his 9th, coming off Nate Pearson, who's coming in for some experience there. Had they not let the Jays score a couple runs in the top of the 9th, it would have been a tie game, but the Yankees lose 6-4. Berrios goes 6.2, 2-earned runs, 8 Ks, exactly what they got him for this kind of game where they're on a heater. They need to keep winning, and they do. Cortez, 6 2-earned runs, 5 Ks. He had a good outing and just gave out a couple of solo shots. He's going to get the no decision. But the Yankees, they lose. Bad one. Braves 7, Nationals 6. This game was pretty much back and forth, very close to the whole of the game for the most part. Washington got out to a 2-0 lead early when the top of the lineup. They were pretty good for them. 2 hits, 1 RBI from Thomas. We had a 2-hit night from Soto. And then we start seeing Atlanta. They start putting up the we'll call them the sticks, 1-1-1-1. And at that point, at the bottom of the 6th, it's 4-3 for them. They have a little bit of a lead, but then Washington answers back. And then they take a 2-run lead. Or a 1-run lead. And then we see Atlanta take 2 in the bottom of the 8th. Lots of home runs coming off Atlanta's bat. Vogt had 2 on the night, 7 on the season. Solar hits his 23rd. Freeman his 29th. Duvall his 34th. All these ones mean a lot of solo shots for Atlanta. It comes down to the 10th. They go to the 10th and they walk it off. Much needed win, and they are now 9 games above 500, so they're 7, 5, 6 games ahead of Philly. Their toughest competition. I think it's safe to say they're going to close this one out. It goes 5 2-earned runs, 7 Ks, and Fede 6 4-earned runs, 7 Ks. Both the guys going to get no decisions because we go to late extra innings, and it's all fun and games. 8 games yesterday. A lot of important ones. Playoff race getting close. American League, we got half a game separating the team that's out and the team that's in. We see Toronto's going into Baltimore this weekend. Are they going to keep the streak alive? I think the Jays have one of the easier schedules down the stretch, so Boston and Yankees fans got to be worried. One of them is likely going to lose the spot. That's coming from a Jays fan, of course, but you got to have a little bit of analytical side to it. Otherwise, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. We will see you guys for that next video.